Hello everyone, welcome to English Gyan. This is Shivashish Das. Today I've come up with the poem Village Song by Sarojini Naidu, and it's there for the students of class 12 in alternative English. So before we start, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please make sure that you have subscribed it, and if you're watching this in my Facebook page, hit the like button and also follow the page. So before we start the poem, let's have a look at the poet. This poem was composed by Sarojini Naidu, who is a very well-known figure in Indian literature as well as in Indian politics. She was born in the year 1879 on 13th February in a Bengali middle-class family, and they were settled in Hyderabad. She was the eldest of the 8 children of that family. Her health was not very much good, but she was a very good student throughout her life. As she grew older, she played a major part in the Indian freedom movement, and her life changed when she met Mahatma Gandhi and she joined active politics too. She was the first lady president of the Indian National Congress, and after India attained freedom, she became the first woman governor of Uttar Pradesh. She passed away on 2nd March 1949. The given poem Village Song is a folk song, and it was a part of Sarojini Naidu's second volume of poem The Bird of Time. In this poem, we will see a typical Indian girl who lives in a village, and she goes to the river to fetch water, which is a very common thing among village girls. They go out to the rivers to fetch water for the household works and also for drinking. But that girl, unfortunately, she gets late due to some reason. We will study it later on. And when she returns home, when she is on her way to her home, various thoughts come to her mind, because as she got late and it was getting dark very quickly, and various superstitions come to her mind. She fears how she will be able to save herself if any danger befalls on her. She also feels how worried her mother and her brother will be as she was getting late, as she was getting delayed to reach her home. And at that point of time, her only source of help is God, and she keeps asking God for help. So without wasting any time, let's have a look at the poem. So the poem is divided into 2 stanzas. In both the stanzas, we will see how the girl feels when she gets late to return home, and what thoughts come to her mind and what dangers she worries about. So the poem begins in such a way: full are my pitchers and far to carry, lone is the way and long, why oh why was I tempted to tarry, lured by the boatman's song. Swiftly the shadows of night are falling, here oh here is the white crane calling, is it the wild owl's cry? There are not tender moonbeams to light me, if in the darkness a serpent should bite me, or if an evil spirit should smite me, Ram Re Ram, I shall die. So in these lines, there is a clear reflection of the thought that the girl is going through, and the fear that is evident and that is present in her mind. In the first few lines, she says, full are my pitchers and far to carry, lone is the way and long. She says that she is fetching water from the river, and she is carrying pitchers. She is carrying pots, and those pots are completely full, and these are very much heavy, and she has to carry it back to her home, and her home is quite far away from the river bank. That's why she is saying full are my pitchers, means my pitchers are completely full and far to carry. I have to carry them very far because my home is very far away from that river. Lone is the way and long. And she also says that the way back to her home is very lonely. There are not many people there, and you will see that, you will read that it's also getting dark. So during the evening, very few people are present there. So she says that the way back to my home is very much lonely and long. It is very far away. As we will proceed, you will see that there is a sort of fear in the mind of that girl. That fear is nothing but the current situation which is prevalent in the society and the fear that girls go through. Here we see that a village girl is going through these fears, but even a city girl can go through this fear because she is afraid of the evil elements of the society. She is sometimes afraid to travel out alone. She is sometimes afraid, she is sometimes scared to go out in the streets alone. So this has been present right from very ancient times, and it is present both in the cities as well as in villages. Why oh why was I tempted to tarry, lured by the boatman's song? Now here the girl asks a question to herself. Actually she regrets. She regrets what? She says, why oh why? She asks the reason why was I tempted to tarry, lured by the boatman's song. Here you will find a word tarry. Tarry means to get delayed. She regrets. She regrets why did she get delayed. Now she will tell us the reason why did she get late. She had gone to the river to fetch water. Now she will tell us the reason of her getting late. She says she regrets that why did she get late and why was she tempted, why was she attracted, lured by the boatman's song. Actually a boatman was singing in the bank of the river. Probably he was sitting on his boat and he was singing a very melodious song, and that song had lured the girl, means that song had attracted the girl, and she had left her work and she was sitting by that boatman and listening to his song. So she felt that I shouldn't have done this. She regrets the thought that she shouldn't have done this, and as she had spent her time in listening to that song, and that's why she had got late, and now she has to return to her home all alone through this lonely way. Swiftly the shadows of night are falling. Here is the white crane calling. Now she says that swiftly the shadows of night are falling, means it's gradually getting dark. Swiftly means at a very rapid pace. So she says that it's getting dark very quickly and she is feeling insecure. She says, here is the white crane calling. Now she can hear various sounds. It's a very common thing, it's a bit psychological factor that whenever we are scared, whenever we are afraid of something, we get to hear such unnecessary sounds which are often not actually there. For example, if we watch a very fearful horror movie, and after watching that movie, when we go to our bed, we may feel that some spirit is coming to haunt us. No, it happens sometimes. So this is all a psychological factor. Similarly, as she was all alone, as she had to travel long way back to her home, she could hear some weird noises. She heard the noise of the white crane. Crane, you all know, crane is a bird. It is an aquatic bird and it has a long neck. So she could hear the cries of that crane. She could hear it in the distance. Is it the wild owl's cry? She is also able to hear the sound of the wild owl. These are all the sounds which create even more fear in her mind. She is even more scared that she feels that she is all alone, and her road back to her home feels even more difficult for her. There are not tender moonbeams to light me, if in the darkness a serpent should bite me. Now she feels that her situation has become even more worse because there are not tender moonbeams to guide her. You see, if in a dark night, if there are moonbeams, it helps us, it shows us the way, it clears out the darkness. But on that very day, there were no tender moonbeams even. There were no soft moonbeams, due to which she could not see the road ahead properly, and it was getting dark very fast. So she felt very nervous, she felt very anxious, and several negative thoughts kept coming to her mind. She said, if in the darkness a serpent should bite me. Here you will find the word serpent. Serpent means snake. So she feels that if in this darkness I am passing through the jungle to my home, and if in this darkness, if a snake comes and bites me, what will happen to me? Who will save me? Because it's a very lonely way. Nobody is there. I'm all alone here. And if a snake comes and bites me, what will happen to me? Or if an evil spirit should smite me. She also fears that an evil spirit might come and smite her. Smite means to cast wicked or magical spells. Here you will see a very common element of superstition. It's a very common thing in most of the villages, though times are changing now, though people are changing now, still there is a presence of superstition among many people and among many sections of the society. So that girl also feels that as she is traveling to her home alone, as she is passing through that lonely road, if an evil spirit comes, any ghost comes and attacks her and casts evil spells on her, who will save her? And to end that stanza she says, Ram Re Ram, I shall die. Here these words Ram Re Ram, it's a very common exclamation among people, especially among the people or the girls of the villages. So she says out of fear that I will die. Ram Re Ram, you are my only help, Lord Ram, otherwise I will die. So in this stanza we see the girl is very much nervous on her way back home. Various bad thoughts and negative thoughts come to her mind, and she feels that something bad might happen to her, and her only source and her only way of help is Lord Ram. So let's move on to the next stanza. My brother will murmur, why doth she linger? My mother will wait and weep, saying, oh, safe may the great gods bring her, the Jamuna's water are deep. So here we will see that that girl is not only worrying for herself, but she is also worrying the fact that her mother and her brother, they will be worrying for her. It sometimes happens that we are not only worried about us, but we also feel bad because others will be tensed because of us. So she says that as she is getting late to reach home, her brother and her mother, both of them will be very much anxious. They will be very tense. They will be very worried for her, and they will be thinking various things. They will also be having some negative thoughts in her mind about her. So she says that her brother will murmur, means he will talk to himself. Why doth she linger? Here we will find a word doth. Doth means it does, and linger means to get delayed, to be late. So she says that her brother will talk to himself. He will be very anxious and he will talk to himself. Why does she get late? Why doth she linger? Means why is my sister getting late? Why isn't she coming? My mother will wait and weep. And she also says that her mother will keep waiting for her, and when she will see that she is not returning, she will even begin to weep. She will cry badly, as it's a very well-known fact that mothers are very emotional, mothers are very sentimental, and out of her anguish, out of her anxiousness, out of her worry, she will begin to weep, saying, oh, safe may the great gods bring her, the Jamuna's water are deep. Her mother will be praying to God to bring her daughter home safely. She will also fear about the danger of that river Jamuna. Now here we get to know the name of the river from where that girl was fetching the water. It's river Yamuna, and it's pronounced here as Jamuna because those village people sometimes they pronounce it in their own accent. So her mother fears. She fears the fact that her daughter might have got drowned in the river Jamuna, because she mentions that the waters of Jamuna are very deep. She is very much worried about the risk, that is the risk element that is involved in the river. So she fears that her daughter is getting late. Probably she has got drowned in the river Jamuna. It happens sometimes that various negative thoughts come to our mind whenever such a situation occurs. So her mother keeps worrying about what might have happened to her daughter. And this thought that her mother and her brother will be getting anxious for her, this worries the girl even more. She keeps thinking that as I am getting late, my mother and brother, both of them will be getting very much anxious, so I need to reach home even more quick. The shadows of evening gather so thickly like blackbirds in the sky. Here she says that the evening seemed to be getting darker and darker, means it was getting dark very quickly, and she could see that the shadows of evening, they were gathering so thickly, means it was getting dark very fast, and she compared that darkness to the blackbirds in the sky. This shows the negative element in our society. This is actually symbolic of the negative elements of our society. Most of the girls have this fear that there might be some negative elements in our society which makes their survival even more difficult. So that girl, she was also getting worried that the evening is getting darker, and all this is happening very fast. It was getting dark very fast, and she could feel that her path home, it was not getting finished. It seemed very long to her. Oh, if a storm breaks, what will betide me? Safe from the lightning, where shall I hide me? Now more negative thoughts come to her mind. She feels that now, if in this situation, if a storm comes, what will betide me? Betide means happen. She says that if in such a situation I am all alone here in this darkness, and I am carrying pitchers full of water, and my home is very far away, and if in this situation, if suddenly a storm comes, what will happen to me? How will I save myself? Save from the lightning, where shall I hide me? She says, she questions to herself that where shall she hide herself? Means where will she take refuge? Where will she take shelter to save herself from that lightning? It means various negative thoughts are coming to her mind again and again, and she keeps thinking about those things, and she keeps getting worried. Unless thou succor my footsteps and guide me, Ram Re Ram, I shall die. At the end she says that nothing will be able to save her, only Lord Ram will be able to save her, only God will be able to save her. She says, unless thou succor my footsteps, means unless you, means she is talking to God here, thou means you, she is talking to God, she is talking to Lord Ram. She says, unless you strengthen my footsteps, unless you give me more power and guide me, unless you guide me, I don't have any other option, because I am all alone here. Only you are here to look after me, or only you are here to guide me. So she says, unless thou succor my footsteps and guide me, Ram Re Ram, I shall die. Means I don't have any other option, I don't have any other source of strength. You are the only source of strength that I have, and I am in such a troubled situation, I am in such a bad situation. Only you can bring me out from this situation, and only you can guide my footsteps, and only you can strengthen me so that I can reach my home safely. So we say that in the last two lines, the faith of the girl in Lord Ram, the faith of the girl in God is presented. Means she is in such a bad situation, she is in such a great worry, still she has only one hope, that is help from God. So in this poem we see how a village girl, how a maiden feels when she has to travel all the way to her home alone from the river bank with pitchers full of water, and how she regrets being late due to that boatman's song. This poem presents the evil elements of the society, and how these evil elements create great doubt and great worries in the mind of girls, in the mind of maidens, no matter wherever they are, be it in the cities, be it in the villages, everywhere. We all know that nowadays the world is not a very safe place for the girls. Yes, crimes are happening with the girls, they are no longer safe. Though many girls are there, they can protect themselves, they can defend themselves, still the rates of crime against women are rising at a very rapid pace. So this poem, it shows what fear a girl has to go through and what thoughts come to her mind at that stage. So this is all about the poem. I hope you were able to understand it. Still, if you have any doubts regarding the poem, please leave your questions in the comment section below. And for more such videos, keep watching English Gyan, keep learning and keep sharing. Thank you.